Hello Stamper, well, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stamping Up at frenchiestamps.com in the US. Today I'm going to share with you a panoramic card. This could be done with designer syrup paper or you can stamp your own paper. I think for a panoramic, it looks great when it's a scenery. So I choose the 1-horse open sleigh paper. This is online exclusive, meaning that it's only available while supplies last. I will have all supplies that I'm using and also all measurement, because the measurement can be a little bit tricky for this, but you're going to see it's easy after you get the measurement. Right below, you get the direct link to go directly to my blog with all measurement and the supplies that I use. So to show that you can do with stamping also, let's say you don't have designer syrup paper, I'm going to be stamping on this print here. It's called the Wildlife Wonder. This is a distinctive ink stamp set, meaning that you get different color in only one ink pad when you stamp. If you look at the bear, that's the image I'm going to use, you see we get different color. It's going to be the same when we stamp. So before, I want to make sure it's inked very well. So we're going to go ahead, ink this, and when it's a big ink instead of tapping this way, I find it a lot easier if you tap it this way and then stamp. Voila. Now you can see all the different color. Because I am stamping on a pre-image here, I'm going to use my old stamp apparatus. If you get any type of positionable way to stamp, I mean when you use a tool to stamp with that, I would recommend that just because I'm stamping an image on top of a printed image. So I'm going to come right here, put my bear. I'm going to close this. And the reason it's because I want to do more than once, because I'm stamping on a pre-image, pre-print paper. So I see kind of like maybe the shadow and so on. See, now it's pretty good, right? That would be one time. It's not bad at all. It's just, you see, this was kind of a rock there. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this again, especially the behind here, because I don't want that to show too much through the bear. Now it's perfect. Even we know it's there, but it looked like part of the bear. So remove that aside. If you're wondering, we don't sell that anymore. You can find it at other craft, you know, like a Misty and so on. It's just that sometimes it's really helpful. Or maybe you get the old-fashioned Stampin'-Up, okay? Now that we get that, we're going to do panel. And I will have a video attached at the end of this one that I share many panoramic during our world-class card that Ollie and I did. Ollie did a different print and I did, a different card layout, and I did the panoramic style. And see, it's different one. This is the super easy one. If you add layers in the back, it's more complicated. You screwed up, you get a line at the bottom. All is good. It's no right and wrong when it comes to stamping, okay? So for this, I got all measurement on my blog. I'm going to tell you quick. The card base, it's our regular card base. It is 5.5 by 8.5 score at 4 1/4. Inside, it is 4 by 5 1/4. That's just our regular one. Now for the top, you can skip some layers, absolutely. This here measure 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. The center measure 4 by 1 1/4. Then the next one it is 3.5 by 1, 3.5 by 1. Yeah, 3.5 by 1. And this is 3/4 by 3. Now we're going to cut our paper to fill this. I am using a 6 by 6. The one open sleigh, it's 6 by 6. So if you get 12 by 12 paper, cut it in 4, you're going to have 6 by 6. We're going to use 98% of this paper on our envelope, inside, and so on. So when you stamp an image, you want to make sure that you're more on the right. So if you start with just, let's say you want to stamp your image, you're going to go at 4 inch. So let's see here, 4. That's about right. So I'm going to cut this at 4. I'm sorry, back up the bus. So our layers was 4. So we're going to decrease by 1/8 of an inch. So it's going to be 3/7/8. So we're going to talk a lot about 8 for the cut of this print. Anything 8, it's between, like, I'm going to say the large line, the center of that. It's the medium line. So let's say if it's 1/8, it's between the full inch. So here it's 3 by 1.25. It's going to be right in the center of that. Then the 3/8, it's between the 1/4 and the half, and 5/8, it's between the 3/4 and the half. So it's right in the middle between the two major mark, okay? So now we're going to go at 3/7/8. So it's between the 3 3/4 and the 4. We're going to cut that there. So we cut at 3/7/8. This piece is going to be for our envelope. Yes, we are decorating our envelope. The next layer, we all going to cut our strip, and then we're going to come back. So we're going to cut from the back coming in, okay? We're going to go at, our cardstock was 3/4. We're going to go at 5/8. So go at 5/8. So if I mention the size that our cardstock is, you just go below that, the medium line there. Okay, so we're going to place that as we go. Let me move that a bit aside so we can follow along. We're going to put that there. The next one, it's the 1 inch. So that would be 7/8. Here. The next one, it's 1 1/4, so it's going to be 1 1/8. And then we're going to start decreasing again, because we have to follow our picture here. The next one, it's 1 inch, so 1, it's going to be decreased at 7/8. And then 3/4, the next one, so it's going to be 5/8. Oh, I just got the bear. So you want to make sure maybe to stamp your image more to the left. More to the right, so you make sure you get all your image in. See, I barely got in. I think I just got lucky because I didn't think about that when I stamped my image. Okay, so now this part here, you're going to keep it also. That's going to go inside your card. I'm going to slide that there. Now, this, I find it easier to go take those two here because they're the same size, okay? Put these together. And now the next one here, so this was 4. The next one was 3.5. So we decreased by 1/2 inch. So decreasing by 1/2 inch, that means, is that correct? Let me think here. I don't want to screw it up. Yes. So I'm going to take 1/4 at the top and 1/4 at the bottom. You're going to say, well, why don't you take 1/2 inch from one direction or the other? I'm going to tell you why. Et voila. Oh, well, first we have to know how to build a bear. So the reason why, because that's why what I thought too. Okay, I have to remove half inch and then 1 inch and so on. Well, this is what happened. Because if you remove all at the top, then you cannot do like the panoramic the way that I wanted to do. But this still looked great. The only thing that if you do one here and then the other one there, you can have some, and it's just going to give character. Finish your card, okay? If that happened, finish your card. It's just going to give character. And plus you can buy some print like that. Now the next one here, it's 1 inch smaller. So you're going to put the two. And the reason why I put two, because it's easy to cut with the paper. We have to remove 1 inch. 1 inch, half of that's going to be half inch at the top, half inch at the bottom. So on my blog, I got all the measurement, then I put minus 1 inch, parentheses, the half inch, and so on. So I think you're going to be able to follow it easy. Now we're going to go ahead and glue this together. You can use tumble glue. I think tumble glue, it's one of the easiest one because you can move it. For me, I find my seal to go faster. But after, oh, this go here, see again, after we put that together, it is a big trick to know how to make it flow very lovely, that if you start building this way and you go, it's a good chance by the time you're done, you don't have the right proportion in between, or maybe you wouldn't even have the right thing. So I'm going to show you how to do a cheat sheet. I shared that on other project, how to find the center of the card. This one, you have to find the center of the card and a little bit more because we got this piece here we're going to have to put. So let me show you how I done this. Okay, now you see how this is going to flow very lovely together, right? Let's remove this. We have to center this. Not only like this, I can say, okay, that's center, but I need this piece center on the center of this. That's where it gets tricky. So this here, it's 5 3/8. Well, try to do the, let me grab a paper here. If you try to do half of the 3/8 and so on, I bet many of you are going to say, oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. I'm lost. Okay, this is 5 3/8. That is the same size than this here. See? We're going to fold this in two. Voila. Okay, so now we know this here, it's right the center. Well, I need to add this piece. Never mind the top, because really we need the width of this. This is 1 1/4. Well, 1 1/4, half of that. So if I go 3/4, 3/4, it's 1 1/2. So really it is 5/8. 5/8, it is exactly 1 1/4. So if I come here and I remove 5/8 right there, okay, because that's half of this here. So now I'm going to know exactly where I'm going to put my paper. If I get you lost, you can rewind this over and over, but see how this is going to work here. I'm going to put that right here because I knew that was half, and then I cut the remaining. I'm going to remove this, and well, if I would have, I know I got, here it is. So to make sure, you're going to go, oh, it's 2 1/8, and it is 2 1/8. So you know exactly your half right in the center. And then when you're going to add your other piece, just to make sure before you glue, voila. So now I'm going to remove this. You're going to say, oh my goodness, you lost your center. Do you have to do all your work again? Well, after you get your cheat sheet, I call, I'm going to put that here and put that right there. Now, to help you guys, I'm going to tell you right now, it is 2 1/8 your cheat sheet. So the width of it, okay? So you don't have to count all that. Just cut the piece of paper 2 1/8 if you do those measurements here. So you're going to know exactly. But I wanted to teach you how you can find that. And I got how you find a center and so on when you want to put like a circle, and that those cheat sheet, I save them like with this pattern card. So then next time I don't have to recount and recalculate and so on. Now you're going to see the rest and put your, without gluing, so you know about your in between. After you know about, then you can go ahead. And the beauty of this is you follow your pattern of your paper. So top and down, it don't matter because you're going to follow this. It's just in between. So that this look about right. See, I'm following my, can go a little bit lower here. And then the next one. Oops, almost put the face upside down. Okay, I'm going to move it a little bit here. Okay, so if you get the tumble glue too, that you can do that before it dry. This, oops, let's add more glue to this. So you just want to try to have the same gap in between each image. Okay, I think that makes a lot easier now because I pull and tuck, and I'm gonna do this and this. Here we go. And then this one. After you've done this, you can, if you want, emboss with an embossing folder. I'm going to show you the look of that. I had done some, okay, that's right. I done some like that. This one, I'm going to keep it just like this. See how fun this is? For the greeting, let me back up the bus here, and then I'm going to show you a different one. For the grading, I'm using Go To Grading. This is 2.5 by 1/2 inch. This is 2 3/4 by 5/8. So what I'm going to do is, I know some of you like to use like corner punch for this. It's called flagging. I cut in the center and I go on each side. For me, that's easier than using a die, a punch, and so on. Maybe I should call myself Stamp on a Dime. It's such a program or a site called Stamp on a Dime. I was featured on that site a few times, and to be honest, I think I am Stamp on the Dime. Now I glue it there, and then I just follow again. I don't cut in the middle because I just followed the other piece there. See? And I get when you can move it and have it just right and so on. But this here, they're so small, I think this is super easy. Voila. Oh, this one I could have a little bit more straight. Et voila. Okay, now what I done, I used my bone folder, curve the tip up, and then in the center down. Now, if you wanted to lay bumpy like that, you can always use a dimensional. That's going to keep some lift there. But then what I like to do on each end, you don't even have to remove this if you don't want to. You can, because it don't secure right, whatever. It's just that it's going to keep it the bump up. Now I'm going to decide where I want this. I'm going to put that right. I just didn't want it to cover my bear too much. Okay, so now we got that. We're gonna mount that on our card base. So this layer, this layer here was 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 early espresso on gray granite. Now this one, we're gonna, So if you get, maybe you have to shimmy a little bit. This way. If you had to move a little bit, cut a little strip in that, again, you can use it all. See here, I had to fudge a little bit because I wanted the center of my road in the center. So I just fudge my paper, start a little, shift it a little bit. So now I had bits and strip. Instead of a big strip, I had bits and pieces. And I put it inside my card. Okay. This one also, see, this one is embossed. It's embossed with the distress tile folder. Now, this one here, I didn't put a layer in the back. And that's the one that I put, remove ½ inch and then 1 inch from the top. I didn't think about it. That's okay. Now, this one here, it's more easy. So if all those layers scare you, make you anxiety attack, don't worry, you can cut the simple layer like this. It's no 8, it's just 4 by 1 1/4, and then it is cut the width, then it's 3/4, and then 1 3/4. So, and that I glue it right on a piece of cardstock. So I will have the link of our for the World Card Making Day. I'm going to have that. You're going to have more sample. But first, don't run away. We didn't do our envelope yet. Remember this piece? So for the envelope, that's going to go right back there. So again, you can have bits and pieces. Maybe you had to remove 1 inch at the bottom, 1 inch at the top. Just put 2 strips there. It's all good. Or you can put a strip inside on the long way. So I'm using the full 6 by 6, okay? Absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead, put my glue, and this I like to have tumble glue. You want to try to really go around the edge because this is going to go, especially if it gets mail, it's going to go in the machine. You don't want it to, oh, this would have been pretty too. You know what? Instead of showing this piece, I'm showing this piece. So again, you get 2 sides to the paper. You can decide what to use. Here we go. Now you're going to say, oh, it don't fit quite right, depending, how much you remove. I got a little bit of piece there. That's all. It's okay. Okay? Don't sweat the small stuff, I would say. Now, no, I'm not using a special die again. Again, stamp on a dime. I just use my scissors and cut that there. And then over here, et voila. So if that little piece bug you, you know what? Yes, it get the glue there, but it's still plenty of glue. You can shrink that up a little bit. You know what? I don't like small scissors for a piece like this. So I'm going to go. Here we go. That make me more happy here. Et voila. So now you don't have the little piece. It's all equal. How cute is this? So that's how I done my panoramic scenery panel. Like I said, it's no right and wrong, my friend. You saw I got many other one done. If you get a mistake, keep on going. Like I got the perfect example here. And if one I would have done the top, the other one the bottom, then I would have up. So it would have do is exact like that. You finish your card before you judge it. So many times we're critic ourselves and we shouldn't. We should finish our card or walk away and then come back and you're going to see the possibility. I hope I inspire you to create. Again, right below you get the direct link to my blog. I will have all measurements, supplies that I use. You can shop 24/7. If you like what you see, please give me the thumbs up. Also, right below here, you get the subscribe button. Subscribe so you know when I go live. Till next time, happy stamping, my friend. Bye-bye.